Hey up everybody, my name is Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I want us to take a little bit of a look at the documentary that I'm editing at the moment. At the moment it's 3 hours long, and we're just going to kind of go through what I've put together so far, and we're going to slowly tweak bits and pieces here and there, and basically turn it from a rough cut into something a bit more, watchable. So first off, I'm going to present you what we've got so far. This is the first bit.
I've sold my soul to this film. And that might be why I feel so empty.
Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of a Sheffield Psychedelic. This is my debut feature film. So here I've got a two-camera setup, so it's about to cut
and I'm releasing it in 2025. What happened
My arm looks weird.
Well, this little documentary is going to be a bit of an insight.
It's like the muscle's all up here, but not like where it should be. The muscle's in the wrong place. So at the moment, you can see the levels
what went right,
a little bit low. That's because I need to do what I usually do on these Johnny Moz videos, which is put a single band compressor on it and some EQ on it. Just some basic, nothing complicated, nothing major. But because it's a documentary and it's a bit more, let's call it high stakes, I'm also going to put a hard limiter on it, and I'm going to set that to -5. I'm going to go here, do my vocal leveler, and I'm going to set that to -8.
What went wrong? What went catastrophically wrong?
I want the levels to be around -9.
What are some of the consequences?
So let's go into this, and I want a little bit of the lows gone because we've got that drone underneath, and we're going to have drones and things like that.
In 2021, and I'm releasing it in 2020.
Let me isolate it for you. It's this. Very low, very subtle, right? And it kind of carries on. It cuts. Why did I cut it?
Some of the consequences of my poor decisions were. I poured my entire heart and soul into this movie.
I'm gonna
I put everything into this. I sold everything that I had and owned, and took out loans just to make this movie work.
Oh, I did. Okay, my bad. Right, it just didn't load.
And I look back at the results and I think, was it worth it?
So we've got that, and now I kind of want maybe a bit. It's a bit of a lower, bassier mic compared to this, which was taken from. This is basically in-camera audio or a microphone that was on the camera.
That might be why I feel so empty.
Oh no, I think this is lav mic audio as well. Oh no, this is lav mic audio too. Yeah, you can see somewhere there. I have a lav mic. I don't know if you can see that. That's a lav mic right there. So, but it's a shitter lav mic. It's not as nearly as good a lav mic as this one. So, and it's windy. You can see it's really windy in the background. So.
That might be why.
And also there's a lot more drone going on there, so that's fine.
And owned, and took out loans.
It feels a little bit low,
just to make this movie work. So. And I look back at the results and I think, was it worth it? And even to this day, I feel like I can't make a happy ending out of this and go, ooh, but I can look back and say, oh, but I made it. I look back on this film.
I think it needs like a little bit of a boost.
So this was
and that really needs to come down.
Very long project. This project took about 5 years.
So this is all, because you see it's blue, right? It's connected to the camera. Benja, a good friend of mine who is another video maker guy, he's got a YouTube channel which you should subscribe to because he's nearly at 1,000 subscribers, blah, 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 self-advertising for him. So, yeah. He recorded it on a DJI mini camera thing, right? And it connects to these little lav mics. You see these fucking YouTubers, and they've got these little lav mics that they hold them up to people's mouths, and they go like, hey guys, and all that kind of stuff, right? I use wired lavs, so you can see I've got a wire, right? He uses a wireless one, and it sort of hooks up with Bluetooth or something to the video. So there's no syncing or anything that he needs to do. It's just all purely just like done like that. And my chair's just broken completely. My chair is falling apart. It's snapping everywhere. All right. So
to make
This is too loud. This is way too loud. So first off, I think it's already compressed, but I'm going to put a subtle compressor on it. I'm also going to put the EQ. I'm going to put all the same things on. I'm also going to reduce the audio gain by, let's call it 5.
Did it take that long? I never expected to be the head.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit thin. I think that's something to do with this. So we're going to do the basic, get rid of that and that. And we're going to bring that up a little bit. So the low ends, I want higher low ends here. Something like that.
Head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become so big and so overwhelming.
That sounds like it could be good. I'm actually going to plug my headphones in because the speakers that I've got here, whenever my girlfriend comes over, she says that the speakers on this are shit and muddy, so I'm going to not use them to mix audio. And they're literally like £10 speakers that I've got given by my parents who were upgrading their audio system, and so they gave me their old speakers. They're Logitech something or other from like 2010, and I've had them for about 10 years, probably more than 10 years at this point, and you can see them in charity shops for like a tenner, so yeah, I should not be using them.
Show this project. I never expected to be this.
So now I'm going to re-listen through these, which are proper studio headphones, and we'll see
Sold my soul
what we've done
to this film. And that might be why I feel so empty.
That now feels really thin, so I'm going to bring that up. Cool.
Hey up everybody, my name's
That
Joshua
also
Morrison,
feels
director
quite
of
thin.
Sheffield Psychedelic. This is my debut feature film. I filmed it in 2021 and I'm releasing it in 2025. What happened there? Well, this little documentary is going to be a bit of an insight into what happened, what went right, what went wrong, what went catastrophically wrong, and what some of the consequences of my poor decisions were. I poured my entire heart and soul into this movie. I put everything into this. I sold everything that I had and owned and took out loans just to make this movie work. And I look back at the results and I think, was it worth it?
Okay.
And even to this day,
That sounds all right.
I feel like I can't make a happy ending out of this and go, ooh, but I can look back and say, oh, but I made it. I look back on this film and I think, ugh.
Okay, so we're hitting around minus 10 there.
And that might be why I feel so.
We're hitting around minus 10 there.
Very long project.
And that's already going to be a bit thin because he's using like mad levels of noise reduction and all this kind of stuff. So I'm saying we should keep that at minus 8.
Project took about 5 years to make. And I never expected it to take that long.
Maybe minus
I never expected
13.
to be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing.
11.
I never expected this
All right. And then now I need to do this.
thing to become so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well,
Okay.
it's the making of the film. When does the
That
film
sounds a bit
making
better.
begin?
And then that's way too loud. I know that this, like, you always see these things where the music's so much louder than
The
everything
film
else, but I don't want to
making begin.
deafen people. Even less, I'd say. Let's say 2 more, right?
Fucking festivals, I mean.
Cool.
Making begin.
And then I kind of want it to sound more like 2 hits.
Begin.
So let's bring that up.
Begin.
Yeah?
Fuck.
But then I feel like it needs some kind of riser. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into here. Let's have a look at risers. This is a big compilation of all like the free things you can get from the Sonos audio library. I'm not going to link in the description. You can search it yourself. Let's try like that one. Let's see how it would sound.
And I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When
That sounds like it could be fun. So let's reduce it.
Well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
And logically,
Of the film. When does the film making begin?
nah, it doesn't quite work. It needs That feels like it needs to cut for an important line, and there isn't an important line to happen. So let's try something like this. It needs to go straight into the music, realistically.
It's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
-9, and then bring it back a wee bit.
Film making begin.
Maybe if I let it...
Film making begin.
Yeah, maybe allow it to exist in a very quiet state for a little bit.
The film. When does the film making begin?
Like, quieter than that. Like, it needs to be really...
Of the film. When does the film making...
It just needs to be felt, not heard.
Making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Yeah, that works. That's all right.
And I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film...
Just really, 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 really quiet. And we'll see how far we could take it. Like, because the potential I could take it like all the way back. Like, oh, that syncs really well. Look.
And I think...
I bet I did that on purpose.
So this was a very long project. This project took about 5.
You can hear it's like bum 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 bum. That's a bit distracting. So I feel like it needs to start here.
5 years to make. And I never expected it to take that long. I never expected to be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Benja, funny enough, I was talking about Benja, he's just sent me an idea for a Johnny Mozza video about escapism. So I might do it. I might not, I might. We'll see. I'm planning on going out later today and filming some, so...
And I never expected it to take that long. I never expected to be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film.
You can hear little bits of it. I feel like we need some kind of drone or something. Let's have a listen to... Ooh. Let's try Diarrhea Brothers. No. Let's try Pranked on the Dick. Could work. Okay, it's getting a bit much. No, it's too much. I liked the idea though. Upbeat synthy stuff. No. Just something simple, something basic. Ooh, this could work. Yeah. Go on then, let's try it. Put it in there. I've stopped bothering with audio, with file management on this project. I gave up. Let's see how that sounds.
So this was a...
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So this was a very long...
Yeah. Yeah.
So this was a very long project. This project took about 5 years to make.
Okay, that works. And I feel like we need some kind of...
So this was a very long project. This project took about 5 years to make. And I never expected it to take that long. I never expected to be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film.
Yeah, that works.
When does the film making begin?
Yeah, I could even bring this up a bit higher. Those two sound like they're in the same key. So I could make that work. If I do that,
Thinking about this documentary and the making
They're
of.
not in the same key. Okay,
Documentary
fine.
and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
But
And the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin? And the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of
okay, let's just go back to the original idea, which was have it
the
muted.
film. When does the film making begin?
Yeah, that works. Listen.
It's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Yeah,
Film making begin.
that could work. That I think. Let's try that.
Begin.
Let's try.
Making begin.
The fucking festival.
Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. We got
To be
something.
the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become so big and so.
Cool.
So this was a very long project.
So I need something that represents time, or length, or effort. Let's see. What could we do? We could do. Let's have a look through some of my files. What would we have, say, in here? Ooh, that's a lot of early stuff. But I feel like it needs. Ooh. What's this? Okay, that's that thing. That's not really relevant. Maybe something like this. This could work. Like the idea of. Yeah. I like that. I like that enough. It's a bit shaky, but I feel like it kind of fits with the idea. Yeah, that's not bad. That could just work. So let's imagine it.
So this was a very long project. This project took about 5 years to make, and I never expected it. Expected to be.
I feel like all of this, like let's pretend like that's not there, that particular clip. I'm thinking have it a bit more almost cinematic. Because what am I saying here?
Be the main.
Because I'm going
thing.
to use all of this in a sec anyway. So maybe you could just have.
It's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Like say you just had that, right? And you got rid of all of this.
And I never.
You know? So you get my idea. And then let's say, what could we have? We got this painting stuff. There's this clock. Yeah, the clock could be good actually. I'm gonna. Yeah, I think the clock could be fun. I like the idea of the clock. Yeah, that works.
So this was a very long project.
Yeah, that works, that. And then I'm going to move it into the middle. I'm going to make it 4:3. Bollocks. 8.00. Oh, I know it's in here somewhere. And I don't mind, I'll just bring it in again, fuck it. Branding, there we are. Yeah, just bring it in again, fuck it. There we are. Okay. And then how much in the middle could it go? It can go there. Cool. Okay.
This was a very long.
Okay, so you can see me go back, so it needs to be about there. All right, sweet. Now let's take that, and then let's move all of that back a bit. Get the start, because I know that, look. So if I did that, and I kind of, let's see how that works. Let's see if it...
It was a very long project. This
That looks
project
fine.
took about 5 years to make, and I never expected it to take that long.
Yeah.
Very long project.
You can kind of just about see it. I think because I haven't even introduced it yet. In this... What? It's lagging there. It's lagging. Okay, cool. Well, stop lagging. I need to know. Okay, okay, okay. So you can see it's about there. But the shadow grows because I'm clearly doing it from a different angle. Let's just see.
Very long project.
You can just about sort of tell. Well, how about, instead of doing all that shite, we just do that.
A very long project.
Yeah.
This project took
Can't
about
tell, though.
5 years to make, and I never expected it to take that long. I never expected to be the head honcho of this project.
Yeah, that works. And then I like the idea of a long kind of transition. Like a long cross dissolve. So let's see how that works. Alright.
To be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become...
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, that. And then, bam. And I think that shot works a bit better with that. Okay, cool. That's nice. I like it.
I never expected to be the head...
Could we then sort of kind of crop in on this? And we can do, oh, what's it called? There's an effect somewhere. I'm going to save because I haven't saved for a while. There's an effect which lets you sort of tilt the image. So I could make it look like it's more head-on, like it's almost a different angle. And I'm all right with zooming in on 1080p footage because I'm exporting this in like 540p because it's going on a DVD. Because I don't give a shit about HD. Which maybe I should, but fuck it. How is that camera not cut out yet? It's going to soon. Okay, cool. I'll just be ready for it. Oh, distort. I think it's corner pen that I want. So, look. Yeah! Look at that. Do you see what I'm going for here? Now it looks like it's just in the middle, right? It looks a little bit... No, it needs a bit more like that. Yeah! That's not what that sounds was. Okay, cool. Does that look like it's in the middle? Compared to that? Almost. That kind of does, yeah. And then bam, and then we'll do a slow zoom. Do we want... I'd say sort of like, I don't know, sec. What? I'm not, oh fuck off, I'm not zooming in on that, am I? Let's just do that quick and we'll zoom in as much as we can on it. It still feels a bit wrong. Oh, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, now it feels a little bit sort of. No, we can't. Okay, let's just see. Something like that. That looks good. Yeah. Ish, nearly. Nearly. Just need to get it looking flat. Yeah. No? No. Yeah. Okay. $252 and then say can we skip this around to the next minute? Bam.
Never expected it to take that long. I never expected to be the head honcho of this project.
Yeah! Okay, we're in business. We're in business now. Cool. Sweet. So we want to zoom in probably that much.
That long. I never expected to be the head honcho of this project.
Okay, we're getting somewhere here. That's good. I like the way that looks. We'll just do a long. Let's save it because I quite like the effect we've got there. Because it's setting up time, clock, representation, metaphor, all that shit.
I never expected to be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this
And
to
that
be
looks
the
good.
main thing that I was doing. I never expected
That's
this
nice.
thing to become so big and so overwhelming.
Bit shaky.
And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Okay, that's good. That's not bad, that. Yeah. All right. But I feel like
This documentary and
here we could cut to something else. So let's see, what could we do? Maybe. What are we saying here?
I never expected this thing to become so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of.
It needs sort of like a kind of thing, doesn't it? I think I have one somewhere. I believe it's Hate the Necklace Car. Let's see what we got. Because this would make sense fitting into the other bit. Yeah. I like that. That's cool. I'll stop playing with a fucking stupid bloody necklace. But yeah, so this was originally for something else, so I need to kind of maybe like that. Oh, I don't look anywhere long enough and then I start fiddling with this shit. And then I've got this ugly sort of face I need to... I look pretty miserable there. Alright, we're gonna... So about to click. That's probably, if anything, too long. Sweet, so we got enough time there. Cool, and then we'll just bring that back. Okay, sweet, we got that. That's good. Just for the sake of that, for the audio syncing. Sorry about that. Right, come on. We now seem to have some decent start to this.
And the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making.
Let's see. I like, say if I cut like there on the well. Let's see if that works.
It's the making of the film.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking about this documentary and
Okay. And then say something like that.
and the making of, and I thought, well,
Okay, we need to do something a bit like that, and then maybe cut there. Let's see.
thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well,
It's already slightly dipping, isn't it? It dips right there. Okay, cool. So let's see if I can. Yeah, that's good.
this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Cool. Okay, great. Now we need some, I think, some wind sound. Like, there should be some on that file, actually. It's okay, not in that one. Let's try in this one. No, it's just driving noises. I was hoping more for the, you know, the sort of sound that you get with when you're in a car and the windows are open. Car window open. Let's see if I can get some in there. Let's try. Very short. That's just opening a window. Okay. How about this? This might work. Yeah, go for it. Okay. What? Way too long. We need only like that much. Where is it? Oh, hang on. Is it? Is it? It looks like it's done a load of things. Yeah, I think it's doing a load of them. And it's putting them right on the bottom for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Why won't it let me bring them higher up? What? What? I can't even see what it says. Oh, they're 5.1. Fuck off. No, I'm not. I don't need surround sound on this. Okay. Inside car. Right. That's shells firing. Motorway. Maybe highway, because it's American. Traffic on highway. City day. That sounds like it's in a tunnel and there's loads of reverb on it. Yeah, that'll work. Please don't be fucking surround sound. There we are. Cool, it's not. Good, I could just bring it in. Pain in the ass, that. Alright, let's see. So we don't really need it past there, and we don't need it past there. And it doesn't need to be loud, it could be like -15. Let's see.
Expected to be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was.
That really adds it. That really adds a little something there. That's good. I like it.
To be the head honcho of this project. I never expected this to be the main thing that I was doing. I never expected this thing to become so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this documentary and
I feel like that needs another bit of a cut.
about this documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making.
Okay, and then slowly bring it down for in there, and then at the end of it, just get rid of it. How about that? Something like that.
And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making
Yeah,
of.
because the
I thought,
window's shut.
well, it's the
that-
making of the film. When?
And then there, I still think we need a riser. Still think we need a riser. So we've set up a little scene there. It's the past me. So we can clearly see that there's me now with this hair and me back then with that hair, right? And those are almost like two characters that we've set up. So we still need a riser. Not a big one, just a mini one. Let's see. Let's try that. Yeah, that'll do. It's not big, so
this document.
Yeah, that'll do. That. Okay, minus 15 again.
Becomes so big and so overwhelming. And so I was thinking about this
Let's put it more like there.
documentary and the making of, and I thought, well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Let it happen a bit after. Make
It's
it
the
a bit
making
louder.
of the film.
Let's make it like that. Let's see.
Well, it's the making of the film. When does the film making begin?
Yeah, I like that. I want to bring it down a wee bit. That should work. Let's see. That I feel like that's going to work. Probably not keep my phone in this little patch of sunlight here. It's boiling, this phone right now. Jesus. That is hot. Fuck me. Christ. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that for the time being. Hang on. We're gonna put it sort of more there. I can't shut the curtain because I've set this shot.
When does the film making begin?
Them fucking
Could I maybe? Nah, I don't need to.
them fucking festivals are insane, mate. They're fucking legendary.
Well, that doesn't need to carry on that long. And then there, I feel like it needs some other bit of me talking. Something. Let's see. What? I'm trying to think of good quotes that I've given. Little quotes that have been around. This could work. Because I know what this is. This is me.
Do walking as well, by the way. So just stay at the same distance.
Yes.
It's me asking about
Yeah.
focus and stuff.
Yeah. There's a big lots of zebra lines.
Yes.
Can you
And
make
she's clearly sick
twist
of
the
it.
thing?
Alright. That's an option. That's one option. What's this? This is Lee saying something. This could work. He says something interesting here, I
I
think.
don't think you really would though.
Yeah. Because it's a good shot as well. It's intimate.
It'd be pretty painful.
But I love the heat, so once I pass that pain barrier, it'll be like, okay, I died the best way I could. I died hot. Other than that, I'd like to die in the Mojave Desert.
Why?
I feel like it could be fun. It could be better than the couple of the shots we got. So say
Mate, they're fucking legendary.
So say like this. That's good. I like that. Fuck what he's saying though. Doesn't matter. But that is a nice shot.
Mate, they're fucking legendary.
Tell your friends to bar.
Because I feel like this shot goes on too long.
Mate, they're fucking legendary.
And you can't really see what he's on about, so maybe it doesn't really matter. Like all of this stuff.
Fucking festivals are insane, mate. They're fucking legendary.
Yeah, maybe let him just turn.
Mate, they're fucking legendary.
Tell your friends to
Or
bar.
maybe keep it a bit
Insane, mate. They're fucking legendary.
and bring that forward a wee bit. Let's see. Let's see how that works.
Insane, mate. They're fucking legendary.
Tell your friends to bar.
That's good.
With all the money that I spent, for all the favours,
Yeah, that's good.
with all the money that I spent, for all the favours that I called in, for all the people that I neglected, for everything that I sacrificed,
See there, the only bit you can see of me moving my
everything that I
mouth
sacrificed.
is the bit where I say sacrificed. So that's sorted. All right. Let's see. We could use some of this, possibly. It's a bit not quite the fitting thing because that's for the end of the documentary. Let's use this. Let's use the mind focus.
Ready, set.
What even was this? It's a cool shot.
Oh no. Be walking as well, by the way. So just stay at the same. Just
Yeah. This.
mind focus.
Yeah.
That could do. Yeah, that could be interesting. Oh, maybe, instead of that, this bit. Where is it? It's here. And then she asked me to do it again. Yeah, somewhere around here. That's good. I like that. That's like dynamics, you know?
People that are neglected.
Yeah, that works.
People that are neglected.
Bit less of it.
People that are neglected.
It needs to like come in on it.
People that are neglected.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. What was all this?
It hurts me. It hurts me. But what if I like it, eh?
Ooh, I like that. I like that quote. It hurts me, but what if I like it?
It hurts me. But what if I like it, eh? What if I like it when you hurt my brain?
I think let's just...
Eh? What if...
No, don't put the air.
But what if I like it, eh?
I don't want the air, but I like that. But I feel like it needs to go in somewhere around here.
Tell your friends the bar.
With all the money that I spent.
So somewhere around here.
Mate, they're fucking legendary.
Yeah, somewhere like here-ish. And then it needs to go to left channel for both.
Tell your friends the bar.
What if I like...
Okay, so we need to figure it out. It hurts me.
But what if I like...
Yeah, so brilliant. So we'll bring that up by 10, just so it's level. And I think this needs just a full-on voice audio motherfucker. So special vocal enhancer. Apparently you're not meant to use the vocal enhancer because it's a cheap cop-out, but fuck it.
It hurts me. But what if I like it, eh?
I don't know. What if I like it? Eh?
But what if I like it, eh?
What if I like it?
What if I like it?
Maybe I'm going a bit...
Like it, eh?
What if I'm going down a rabbit hole?
Like it.
That could work.
Favors that are cool.
Imagine that that's the quote. Right? Imagine it just goes there.
But what if I like it?
No, this shit. It's stupid. Let's get rid of it. We're going down a rabbit hole. Let's get something proper. Let's see what we got. I know there's some more stuff in here, and I might have had a lav mic on in that bit. I'm trying to remember where that bit was. I don't think it was the Josh Chill. Well, just the Josh Chill stuff could be interesting. Oh, we got this of Jeffro using a camera. That could be good. Yeah, we got this shot of Jeffro using a camera. That'd be good. Let's use that. Maybe. What's this? It's a bit crap, that shot. What's this? Me making tea. It's a good shot of me making tea, to be fair. With the light. It's clearly at sunset or something. But not much is really happening in it, so I don't really need it. Let's see what this is. think these are me acting. Yeah, I think this is just me acting or pretending to act. I was trying to do some found footage shit, but it's not vastly interesting. Yeah, that's not going to be any good. Running around isn't. I know what that is. It's not going to work. Corridor? Maybe. This could work. Yeah, I like it. It's drama. And it only needs to be a second long. It doesn't need to come back in any fucking way whatsoever. So, yeah. Let's just... Yeah, something like that. Yeah, how about that? And then literally just that. Cool. And then let's like proper bring up the colours. Bring up the exposure and all that shit. Say 3. Try and keep that. Get it. Maybe what should we do there? Shadows can go up. Whites can go up. It's not a particularly good shot, realistically. But let's see how that sounds.
I neglected. Everything that I sacrificed.
Yeah, I like that. And then let that carry on a bit, but...
Everything that I sacrificed.
Yeah, that's cool. And then bring that down, and then bring that down on the other side. Cool. And then it's just a case of...
Everything that I sacrificed.
Now it's just a case of bringing that down to maybe -10. Let's see.
Everything that I sacrificed.
Now this needs to come up, because I'm very dark. Very low contrast. Bring up the highlights, bring up the whites. How's that? Now it looks like it's daytime, it's in the middle of the night. Now keep that the same. Let's see if there's any decent ones. Bleach, I'm thinking, could be good. Yeah, bleach is alright.
Sacrificed. What do I have to show for this?
Yeah, that's good. That's nice. And then here, I feel like we need some kind of... I don't know. I'm sure we had a wobble effect on it. Yeah, we do have a wobble effect on it. We could use the... Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll use these. Abstract LSD. Where is it? I think they're in... Oh, they're not on this one, are they? Fuck. Okay. Right. Okay, so I now need to go into Morrison 2. I need to go into the other backup of this. So I've got 2 backups of the film. I've got one for making the BTS documentary and one for the film itself. If that makes any sense, it probably doesn't to anyone but me, but sod it. So BTS footage, we'll put that in there, we'll put that in there, cool. And then, where was it? It was called Adobe Stock, so we'll put that in there. Where is it? I want it underneath all of this shite. Yeah, put it around there-ish. Because I think that could be fun. Pardon me. It's only about 5 seconds long anyway, isn't it? That's good. Let's see it.
Sacrificed. What do I have to show for this?
That's good, I like it. Let's flash back to the pandemic.
The biggest threat this time.
Yeah, that's nice.
What do I have to show for this? Let's flash back to the pandemic.
I just feel like it could last longer, but it can't. That's the problem.
What do I have to show for this?
Well, is that this? That wind's way too loud. Let's try it like that. That wind is so loud.
What do I have to show for this?
Okay, now it's exposed that sound. Oh,
Show for this.
Try it.
What do I have to show for this? Let's flash back to...
Okay. And then...
What do I have to show for this?
I think instead of that, what we'll have instead is more of a spacey drone type thing. Space. We don't want a fucking spaceship. Where's the spacecraft pad? That sounds like it could be good. That could work. It's saving, hang on, give it a sec. Once it finishes saving, I can put that in and we can see if that works. I'm not going to edit the entire documentary to this level of detail, by the way. It's just this bit. Because I think it's the intro, you want to hook people in. At least that's my idea. I want people to be invested, to feel the stakes. And if they do, if they feel the stakes, then I'm doing my job right. So, there's a van outside turning left and it just keeps beeping at me. Very loud, but it does work. So let's put it in. Cool. Let's really reduce it. -15. And then let's make it maybe another 10. Let's try that. Let's see how that sounds.
What do I have to show for this? Let's flash back.
Yeah, that's good. And then some still wind as well, or some rainforest. Huge planet empty. Let's whack it in. Oh, that's actually more what I wanted than the other thing. Well, so this thing sounds like it peaks. Look, it's like it's peaking on one side. So I'm gonna make it both the right channel because that one's looks weird.
What do I have to show for this?
Yeah, that's good. Let's make that -20.
Let's flash back to...
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
the pandemic.
Let's call it another -5 just for safety.
What do I have to show for this? Let's flash back.
How about we try moving it along? I feel like it's too early.
What do I have to show for this? Let's flash back to...
Yeah, that's good. I like it. I like it.
What do I have to show for this? Show for this.
There's a little audio bump. How can I deal with that?
Show for this.
I think it just needs an extra sort of noise to cancel it out. Let's try large open cafe. That's not really what I want. Alarm. I don't know what I'm clicking on. Yeah, I don't want that at all. Calculation in text spaced. Let's try that. Let's see what that even means. Give it a go. I feel like it could work. There's different aspects to it, so let's try that bit, the clickety bit. See what that does.
What do I have to show for this?
That just sounds like an audio fuck up. Let's try this bit.
This.
That sounds a bit shit. Let's try this one.
This.
It cancels before the sound finishes, so none of those. Let's try rumble. Let's listen to the rumble. No, no. Drone space rain. Let's see what that means. That sounds like it could be what I want. Yeah, alright. Yeah. I feel that. I feel like that could work. Obviously not that loud, but...
What do I have to show for this?
It hides it, it hides it.
Let's flash.
But minus 15. Make that a lot quieter, please. Because it's way loud.
What do I have to show for this?
Okay, we need it louder than that because it needs to cover that sound. That little bump.
What do I have to show for this?
Maybe another 5. I think we're just taking it back to what it was.
What do I have to show for this?
And then as it builds, let's just get rid of it.
Let's flash back to the pandemic.
Done! There we go. Sweet. I did still want another bit of text on the montage. So another bit of voice. Because I like the idea that there's voices going on. Kind of setting you up for what's about to happen. So let's just watch what we did.
And I think, so this was a very long project. This project took about 5 years to make.
I feel like we don't even need that first bit. Let's just try it without.
I look back on this film and I think,
So this...
How about we just do something like that? Just a couple seconds earlier. Or a couple...
So this...
Like as if it matches to the...
So this...
I want it a bit later than that. Let's try that. Let's do that.
So this was a very long project. This project took about 5 years to make. And I never expected it to take that long. I never...
Okay, that still looks shit. It looks bad. Can I bring it back to the original?
expected it to take that long. I never
And we'll try it again. I feel like if I go back to the original and just, I think it needs to be pushed back. That's all it needs. It needs to push back. So let's try that. So upper left needs to go. Upper left, yep, and then upper right needs to stay the same. Lower left needs to go more like that. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's try that.
expected it to take that long. I never expected to be the head honcho
Already
of this
better.
project. I never expected this to be.
You see, sometimes
the
you
main thing
focus
that I was
too
good
much on something for too long,
at.
you lose sight of it. And you just go back and quickly do it, and it's better.
And so I was thinking about this documentary and the making of, and I thought,
Yeah.
well, is the making of the film, when does the film making begin?
They're fucking festivals and
Cool.
insane, mate. They're fucking legendary.
Can I make maybe make that like cinematic looking? Not like that. One of these is a bit more cinema-y. Let's try the bleach one. No, that kind of hides what we want, the effect. Yeah, I like the warmth. I like the warmth. Let's get rid of all of these, because the original one looked better. And just increase that, and increase highlights, increase whites.
Tell your friends to the bar.
And that needs to be, I think, evened out. So I think if I do it that side, and then we reduce it by, let's say, -5, that should work.
Tell your friends to the bar.
With all the money that I spent, for all the favours that I called in, for all the people that I neglected, for everything that I sacrificed, what do I have to show for this?
Gonna do
Let's
another.
flash back to the pandemic.
The biggest threat this country has faced for
Sorry about the
decades.
clap.
The coronavirus has hit the UK.
COVID-19.
I would say, I really want this title sequence to be longer. Does it need to be longer though?
What do I have to show for this?
Or maybe we just do this, because I did that for dramatic purposes and now the dramaticness has changed.
Left it. Everything that I sacrificed. What do I have to show for this?
I feel like, nah.
I have to show for this.
Maybe let that cost us all be longer.
To show for this. Let's flash back to the pandemic.
Yeah! That's
the
good.
biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Oh, let's bring that a couple frames back.
The biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Yeah, that's
The
better.
coronavirus has hit the UK.
COVID-19.
I love
for
this bit.
corona, Vi for virus, D for disease, and 19 because it started last year.
Mono means one, and rail means rare.
When the pandemic started,
That's perfect in my opinion. I love that bit. That's one of my favourite bits of the whole thing. So now we've got this, which is going to be a pain in the ass. So I think we can go up to, here and paste the attributes that we had. And I think it was -5, wasn't it? Yeah, -5. So now we're going to do -5 on that. Cool. Let's listen.
pandemic.
The biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
The coronavirus has
shit.
hit the UK.
COVID-19. Co for corona,
Let's get rid
Vi
of
for
those,
virus, D for
remove all attributes on that, and bring those back up. Cool. But that one was important.
Let's flash back to
So these two, we didn't do these two. These are like the most important two. Yeah. I wonder if there's a better
the
image.
pandemic. The pandemic.
Like, I'm trying to think if there's any better images that could reflect the pandemic. Let's look up COVID pandemic. And we're just going to go on images and see what is associated with it. So you can see there's the image that I got, just straight off Google. I'm not really keen on this stuff. Like when people think of COVID, I think the most obvious image is face masks. That's like the key thing that people would associate with the pandemic, right? But for me, I want to represent that there was the pandemic that was on in a governmental sense rather than a social sense. So, and then I suppose, you know, if I could replace this,
The pandemic.
yeah.
Back to the pandemic.
Yeah. We could do something instead of that image, because that's a very plain image. I'm trying to think. What's a good image that represents the pandemic? Image that represents the COVID pandemic. Like, the most... Let's have a look and start a stock. A lot of this, like this is just doctors. Doctors can mean anything. Face mask in that sense can mean anything. Bollocks. Work from home, yeah, none of that. There we are, CNN, the defining photos of the pandemic. Let's see. That's just a load of people in a house, in their houses. That could just be evening time. That, ooh, nearly. I'd like English ideally. Empty streets could work. Empty streets could be good. That does represent it quite well, but I feel like the religious side of it isn't quite what I'm after. I like the empty street thing. Let's see. empty street, COVID, royalty-free images. Let's see. Like Times Square or some shit, you know? Somewhere that's really like popular. There we go, that kind of thing. That kind of works. I'm not paying for it though. I'm not paying £11 for that while I was under the construction as well. What a load of bollocks. Fuck it, we'll just leave it as it is.
The pandemic.
The biggest threat this country has faced.
Right, okay. We've done a decent job there. I think we've done well. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of a chat while we let that render out. That water is warm. So let's go back and we're gonna render it. Probably not gonna take too long. So, this has been quite an extended look into editing and specifically, you know, the little nitty-gritty details. I'm trying to get the little nitty-gritty details right because those are quite important. And I've got 3 hours worth of this to sift through, a lot of things to cut out, a lot of things to smoothen out, a lot of elements where I'm going to notice that the story that I'm telling isn't quite coherent enough, that kind of thing. So we're going to do more of these videos that are all going to be probably quite long, just getting into various aspects of how you can edit something that's very long form, very intricate, with lots of different editing styles. Because this is a very freeing project where I can just do what feels right. I can, if I want to do imagey stuff, I can do imagey stuff. I want to do like, you know, my old archive footage that I have, I can do that. If I want to find, you know, stock footage, I can do that. If I want to do voiceover stuff, I can do that. If I want to just record bits of me on the phone telling in-betweeny bits of the story, I can do that. I can do all of these things. I can go out and film a Johnny Mozza style video, you know, the ones where I'm out in the park talking, and use that as a background, like this, you know, and I can mess around with multicam and
I'm
all
releasing
different
it
things.
in 2025.
So it's
What
fun.
happened there?
It's good at that. So I'm thinking, let's watch what we got together, and then I'm gonna log off. Yeah, sound good?
I've sold my soul to this film. And that might be why I feel so empty.
Hey up everybody, my name's
Don't know why I
Joshua
did the
Morrison,
clap.
director of A Sheffield Psychedelic. This is my debut feature film. I filmed it in 2021 and I'm releasing it in 2025.
That might need some noise.
What happened there? Well, this little
Because that,
document.
there's something about that that looks a bit thin. I feel like, say if I sharpen it, I might, oh, I don't want to denoise it, do I? Did that do anything? Let's have a look. Turn it all the way up to like top and zoom all the way in.
Is going.
Looks the fucking same. Alright, I feel like we need maybe a sharpen on this. Not much of one, just a wee one. So let's try 5. Maybe 10? See how 10 looks compared to that.
Filmed it in 2021 and I'm releasing it in 2025.
And then that, I think, could do some noise. So let's whack some noise on that. Not much, say 10. 10 looks all right. Yeah, how's that?
I filmed it in 2021.
It feels a bit digital, this noise. I mean, it is. Let's try color noise. Let's save it because it sounds. Whenever it does that, like sort of slight lag of response, I just get a bad sense. If you get a bad sense, you just go, right, get rid of it. Right, like that. That's my thinking. So. I think it's too much noise. Let's do that, and then I want colour on my noise. I don't know why you can't get that through your fucking thick skull. Right, let's try that. Yeah, let's see.
21, and I'm releasing it.
That looks closer. That looks closer. That, yeah, I'm happier with that. All right, we're just gonna remove attributes here, and then we'll paste attributes. There we are. Cool. Yeah, yep, yep. Cool. Brilliant. Sweet. Good. So while I'm here doing this little color grade bit, let's color grade this bit because I feel like this could do some. It could have something on it. Possibly a bit much. I feel like maybe bleach. Maybe bleach would work. Bleach, I've noticed, tends to work quite well. Yeah, it's blue. I like the blue thing. I like that. I feel like shadows could go up. I feel like highlights could go down because of that stuff there. Whites could go down slightly. And then if I go in here, I'm going to up that and I'm going to bring that down. Because that should maybe fix up that little area up there. I don't think it's done anything yet. Okay, that's a bit much there. I don't want it to look like that. I want it to... How about that? How's that? Give it a sec. It will do it. It gets laggy sometimes, so I save it, and saving it tends to kick it into gear. Yeah, that's all right. I'm not worried about, like, because that's clearly overexposed, that bit up there, right? I'm not worried about it being overexposed. I feel like right now it's a bit flat looking. So if I bring that down a wee bit, yeah, that should be good. And then let's try copy pasting that. Look into over here somewhere. Where is it? It's here. Let's see what it looks like on this, because I'm a silhouette here. I think it might unsilhouette me a bit. It didn't unsilhouette me, but I do think that's an improvement compared to this. Yeah. I think it's an improvement. Yeah, cool. Great. Excellent. And now I could probably just... I could just keep copy pasting it. I probably need to... Oh. Is this got... Yeah, okay. Oh, fantastic. I can just do the color grade and that at the same time. Brilliant. Oh, they're separated though. So then put that there. How's that look? That looks good. Yeah? What's this? What's this image? Oh, it's that. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. That's a little thing that I could just do now. Because I feel like, one, it needs a glow. Not much of a glow, but a wee glow. I don't understand why the glows aren't just pure white. Why would I want a grey glow? Who wants grey glows? And I don't want... Don't fade it out. Just give me a glow. Just give me a glow. Give me a glow! Give me a glow. I don't know why I said it like that. Give me a glow. Right. I stopped pissing about. Let's see that. I'm scum. Yeah, that'll do. And then let's do something like... Oh, I wish it would let me do it on the end. I kind of have to extend it and then go out. So let's sort of have it flip a lot. And let's have it flip a bit less on that one. See that. I'm scum. And then let's cut there, bring that in. Cool, save. Excellent. And then I'd say we could just... Let it save. There we go. Cool. Sweet. I want to render that effect so I can see what it is I've done. I want to know if the glow's actually working. I am still recording. Cool. I've got to kind of peer over the camera to see the amount of time on the audio. Yeah. Right. Cool. Okay. So we've gotten about 2 minutes done, and I feel like I can leave that 2 minutes now. There's probably not much more touching up I need to do. If I just keep working my way through the film, if I do an all-nighter tonight, and I just keep going at this pace, I could probably get to about halfway through by tomorrow morning. Because I know I'm going to cut a good amount of stuff. Like, this has been the intro, so there's not been much I need to cut. But once it gets to like further in, there's going to be quite a lot of stuff that needs to come out, particularly like the behind-the-scenes on-set stuff. I've kind of just put most of it in there when probably quite a lot of it's not really that interesting. So we'll find stuff that we can take out, stuff that is nice to look at but not particularly interesting to listen to. Whether, you know, I've purchased like audio and video where it could really be better off just as a part of a montage sort of thing. And then we'll start looking at the general structure, seeing what's what, seeing what happens where, and all that kind of stuff, and we'll see if it works. So that should be all right. I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching this quite long-form editing thing. If you enjoyed this, then I'll make more of them, not for use, but because they're easy, really, at the end of the day, because I'm getting something done and I'm getting a video out of it. I shouldn't admit that, but fuck it, right? I feel like this whole sort of blasé attitude is going to come back around to bite me in the arse. But that's kind of the whole point of this. Oh, that, apart from the glow looks shit, but the idea works. So get rid of the glow, because that's all meant to be glow. Now we've got to render it again. It needs something though, like edge something. Devil edges, how about that? That looks the fucking same. Let's make it like really thick. Maybe if I go minus. I can't go minus, okay. But I can do minus point, so I can do 0.10. How's that look? Okay, 0.1, 0.01. Just that slight edge I think works, and then make it quite intense. Yeah, that helps it. Helps just give it a bit of something. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Excellent. Let's see if I do 0, what happens then? Yeah, no, we'll keep it at that. Cool. All right. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Blah, 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 blah. I've already done that. And yeah, we'll do more of these, and we'll do lots of videos. Videos all day. Videos, lots of videos. Ooh, videos. Ooh, lots of videos. Ooh. I'm probably still in the frame. I'm just pretending like I'm not in the frame anymore.